right? When you reject tradition, tradition is what succeeded. It wasn't like there weren't experiments. It wasn't like, you know, all of a sudden we just started doing stuff. I mean, we've been trying different arrangements for a very long time. As long as we've had people, we've been trying different things. And the things that become tradition because they succeed, because they're successful, because they work. So we're using trusts. Why are we using trusts? You know, why as a tool? Because trusts have worked for thousands of, well, hundreds of years anyway. Trust works. When you write down, I want you to do these things, and I have confidence. I will rely on you doing the things that I'm telling you to do, right? That's what trusts are. It's a written document that says, and it doesn't even have to be in writing, but the way we do it is we put in writing, here's what I expect you to do. And and I'm not going to it's not like a typical commercial contract where it's limited in scope, right? And you have your interests and I have mine, and we write this contract, this agreement between the two of us, so we each know what to expect of each other, because you'd be afraid otherwise, I have my interests, you have yours, different interests. Right? A trust is this weird thing where it says, hey, I'm writing this contract to you so that you'll consider my best interest, not your own, my best interest. That's why trustee. Why trustee? Because I trust you. I have confidence. I will rely on your judgment, because when you give someone the ability to use their judgment and they use it in a good way, great things happen that you couldn't have happen, because you don't know what the future holds. You can't anticipate the future. We don't know what the future is going to be. You don't know. Okay. And you'd like to have somebody there in the future, talking to your future family, your future self, taking care of your future self. Okay. Who has your best interest at heart. Now, how do you make that happen? It doesn't just happen. Okay. Why? Because people aren't that kind of thing. People aren't like that. What did the first two brothers do? Think about who were the first two brothers? Do you remember? Cain and Abel. And Abel worked his butt off trying to be a good guy. What did it get him? His own brother killed him. That's what it got him. All right. Because that's the kind of people we are. All right. That's what human beings are like. If you wonder what human beings are like, it's very easy to find out. Read the Bible. It's all in there. All right. Human beings are jealous and avaricious and all these terrible things. We're also all these good things. Right. Like today is, the Immaculate Conception. Right. So depending on your faith tradition, as they say, right, you believe Mary's the mother of God and the angel of the Lord came and, okay, there was sacrifice and there was trust and there was all the rest of this wonderful, wonderful human traits. Okay. So there are wonderful human traits and there are bad human traits. And what we have to do, you can't just look at the good and forget about the bad. And you can't look at the bad and forget about the good. You got to take people as they are. Okay. That's what this whole estate planning thing is about. It's like, I'm not going to ignore the bad parts and pretend there's only good parts. I'm going to recognize that there are bad parts. I'm going to put up some guardrails. I'm going to say what needs to happen, the way it needs to be, right? Men of goodwill, people of goodwill, whatever. Okay. Well, acting within the framework, then you can count on them to do good things most of the time. And so there's enforcement if you don't. That's recognizing that people are that way. But also, I do trust that most of the time you're going to be doing the good thing. I need you there to use your intelligence, to use your judgment, to use your God-given gifts, right? To do the good thing, because if you have the authority to do the good thing, most of the time you will do the good thing, right? But that's what these trusts are all about, okay? Rather than spell out every step, because you don't know. You don't know what the future holds. You have to rely on people in the future. And so a trust is just the rules that govern that person in the future to the extent that you can foresee that. When we get back, we'll talk about why would you want to do that? Why is that important? Is it unimportant? Do you not care about the future?